welcome to another episode of Humanly Plausible.
Welcome back, episode 3. We're hot, we're rolling. So you and I are kind of, what do you think?
We've got our stride. I think it's like
We're figuring it out.
We're on the tricycle. The wheels are about to come off. The training wheels are about to come off. And then the goal is to get on what are the bikes that just have one wheel?
Yeah. The unicycle?
The unicycle. I want to get on a unicycle in the next couple of episodes. And then
So you're already throwing the wrench in because you brought Zach over, which obviously it's a great nonprofit that you're going to introduce.
Yes, an amazing nonprofit.
But I just met Zach literally a few minutes ago, so I'm going to get to know him as you guys will get to know him.
You're welcome, Roly.
Yeah, thank you. This is fun. We'll see.
Yeah, what's life without a few challenges?
Exactly.
But it's Patricia, so I'm assuming you're a good guy,
Yes.
good organization. So, Patricia, why don't you do the honors?
So I have the honor of introducing Zach from Teen Challenge. I had the opportunity about 2 weeks ago to take a tour in person at Teen Challenge. And I heard about it for the past couple months through Bryce, who attends our network events, Cal for Business Club, and just was intrigued about what they're doing and having the opportunity to go in person. I was like, whoa, people need to know about Teen Challenge. I'm sure you've seen the name, but to really know what you're doing. I know you're doing a lot, which you'll share with us in a few moments, but just knowing that you sell candles and all of the participants are the ones that actually put the candles together. And there's a QR code that talks about their story and being able to have the soaps and you guys do so many things. And I'm like, we need to know about this to support such a great cause that's making an impact, grassroots impact, I feel like even though it's a national brand, it just feels very intimate going to the location that I attended off of Phillips Highway and just seeing the cool projects with the gym. The gym right now, you're looking at, getting donations and monies for improving and updating the gym. And it's amazing. So without further ado, I just want to introduce Zach. Please tell us more about yourself and Teen Challenge.
Yeah, so I am the director of the Jacksonville Teen Challenge Center. Despite the name Teen Challenge, which was coined in 1958 when it was started, it was originally geared towards teens, obviously, in addiction and life-controlling issue situations. They quickly learned that there was much more of a need than just teens, so adult centers started shortly after that. So in Jacksonville, we actually have 2 adult centers. We have an adult male and an adult female. And so I'm the director of the Adult Male Center, which is, here local in Jacksonville on Phillips Highway. And the coolest thing about it that you said, with it being a grassroots type of business deal is that everything is pretty local to the area of what we do. The Women's Center, they make the soaps and the candles here in Jacksonville.
I have a candle burning right now in my bathroom.
And they're incredible.
It smells good. It's not just, you're this is actually can be sold in a store. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's going to match the, I don't know for anybody out there that may have a wife or husband that enjoys Hobby Lobby, incredible stuff. But
I do sometimes, not gonna lie.
Hobby Lobby ain't set up for my budget, but our candles are going to compete with that price point as well, and the soaps, the artisan soaps. But, those are all extremely local. We get honeys as well that we kind of make up that are from the local area. And honestly, about the farthest thing away that we have is from the Sanford, Orlando area, which is just 2 hours away. But our cutting boards and some of the woodworking projects take place and are produced down there.
And the wood, tell them a little bit more about the wood, how it's sourced and the type of wood it is. It's not just a regular cutting board. There's a little bit more.
Yeah, so a lot of them are exotic style wood. So it's not like you're going to the lumber store and getting, southern pine and oak and just stuff and putting it together. I mean, we've got some really good high quality hardwoods that are going to last. And it goes through a full process in a wood shop down in the Sanford area to where, it's ran through a planer and, all glue top together and cut down. And manufactured down there. And I mean, it's a pretty cool process. And a lot of times what we get, because we are a nonprofit, a lot of times what we get is these lumber yards or these specialty lumber places that are willing to donate scraps and leftovers to us. And so we're essentially, and I'm going to keep it short and not preach at you, but we're essentially getting what people are saying, like, these pieces have no use, and we're able to use that and create something beautiful and worthwhile. And it's kind of the story of Teen Challenge,
That's
sure
beautiful.
it goes right back to the mission.
Yeah.
Most people in addiction, society would look at them and be like, you don't really have a lot of use right now. I mean, myself, I went through the program in 16. I was a hopeless heroin junkie, and everybody around me in society would have told me, like, you don't really have a lot of use in society. But we know, like, through the gospel and through the Lord and through structure and hard work that, these things can find use again. So it's just kind of a cool story. It relates to Teen Challenge.
Did you go through all the levels of roles within Teen Challenge to become the director?
I had a unique experience. So I went through as a student in 16, graduated in 17. And then I left the center that I was at and went back to my hometown. I had a great family support system and everything there. I've been involved in music most of my life. So I was able to get plugged into the worship team at a local church, and kind of did that for a while. Ended up having an opportunity to step into the lead pastor position of that church. And my wife and I did that for about 4.5 years. And then kind of nowhere, I got a call about coming back to Teen Challenge and, taking a director position. So,
and it just felt right.
It felt right. So I have an unorthodox approach to the director.
Which is amazing.
But most people do. They graduate, they intern, like you've met Bryce, who's our vocation coordinator, and doing an amazing job. So,
yes, an amazing job.
His next step will be, what's next. So from intern to staff member, and then most of the time people kind of learn every position. And then through a few years, if a director position opens, they're able to step into that.
Wow.
So tell us a little bit more about the actual process that someone comes in and what that looks like, because I think that's very intriguing for people to know a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so it all starts with a personal desire to change. Okay, I don't care, and I'm a very blunt and just straightforward person. I don't like
We
to
appreciate
yeah,
that.
I don't like to
Because we
waste
are
time with words, So it doesn't matter how much your mama, dad, grandmama, your brother, doesn't matter how much they want it for you, you have to be at a place where you want it for yourself.
Yes.
So that's first and foremost. You have to be at a position to where you're like, I can't do this anymore. I've tried other things. I've never found success. I want something different. I want help. Pretty much after that, we're able to work with everything else to figure out a way to get you into the program. So the average cost of recovery now, which is bananas, recovery, and since like 2019, has been $1 billion with a B dollar industry, which should fill you with righteous anger that people are making that much off of it. But with us, we offer the most cost-effective program there is. The cost per student for us is around the $3,700 per month if we just go straight tuition-based. Because the curriculum, the needs, we provide everything while they're in there. It's a residential program, so you stay with us. We provide a room. You have your meals. Obviously, we don't charge rent. We don't expect you to pay part of the vehicle payments or the fuel or the AC or any of that. We cover everything. But most people are like me when I was in addiction, and I couldn't have afforded $37 a month, much less $3,700 a month. So the business model is how we cover that. So when you come in, you call us, you call the admissions line. They go through a real quick like pre-screening with you. As long as you have a desire to change, and we are extremely honest that it's a very tough program, but if you have desire to change and put in the work, we're willing to work with about anything. And we're able to cover the cost of that because we have several micro enterprises that we use.
Amazing. So you have a golf tournament coming up in April. Can you give us more information about that?
Yeah, it's going to be April 13th. It's going to be a 12 o'clock shotgun start, which is everybody starts at the same time, at Queens Harbor Yacht and Country Club, which is an extremely nice course. We are very fortunate to have the opportunity to play at a course that nice. And the cost per person is $150 a person or $400
For the foursome?
Yeah, $400 for the foursome. $600 for the foursome. Sorry. Yeah, so it's just a straight $150 a person or $600 for the foursome. Okay. And you can find all that on our Facebook page. We also got a bunch of flyers that are going out around that.
We'll add it on our we'll put it.
That's awesome. So definitely,
that's amazing. Do you want to play with? You want me to play on the team?
I don't know. How good are you?
I don't know how good I am either. I'm learning. I'm getting better every single day.
Fine, we'll take you.
You ready for the box?
Huh?
You ready for the box?
Ready for the box? Yes.
You ready for the box?
I'm ready. I'm ready for the box.
I feel like you're more than ready, honestly. After your conversation,
and that's
he's like, "What box? What are you talking about?" I'm like, "We still have to answer the question, Roly." It was good, right?
Yeah. So
good surprise.
It was good. Yeah. So that's why we have to prep for this, because I was totally into your conversation and I forgot about what we were doing here.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. Look at the draw.
Let's see what this question is going to be like.
We never know what we're going to.
Ooh, man. This is solid. This is AI?
Yes.
Okay. What's more important, perks, or purpose, and why?
Oh, that's a good one.
We know your answer.
Solid. Purpose, absolutely.
Of course.
Purpose. So yeah, I mean, especially that we're you're with a nonprofit that's obviously changing lives. I mean, perks and purpose. I mean, is that even a question? Like,
I don't think that's a question.
Why would it ask us that question?
Because there's some people that would say
AI
perks.
want to know about us? Are we willing to? So I guess if we're looking at it from a business organization, right? So let's say a nonprofit, like you're trying to recruit, I don't know, executives or some key figures in the organization. Obviously you're not going out to those folks and trying to suit them up with perks. It's more about like what drives you. Why are you doing this? And so, I mean, that's my perspective here on this question.
So I'm going to be edge, meaning giving two dualities of the answer. So my answer is purpose.
Yes.
Right? My answer is purpose. So I'm just going to be clear. I'm going to say that again. My answer is purpose. But where could I see someone saying perks? Okay. A lot of people we know either want to have their own business, want to be entrepreneurs, want to be small business owners, but the benefits of their current employer outweigh their passion or their purpose.
I've been there.
So meaning perks, right? When we think perks, we can think about, health insurance, 401k, PTO,
a car,
time off, So for me, sometimes I'm like, oh gosh, those benefits sound amazing because I'm an entrepreneur and I have to do everything myself. I think there's times where people could say perks might be a benefit, right? As opposed to saying purpose. But I will say our group right here, of course, we're already doing it. We're already leading from a purpose-driven mindset. But I will say perks could be something viable depending on who you're speaking to.
Yeah. I think it depends, because it's a totally valid point. And I didn't even think of it that way until you said it.
I didn't see it that way either.
Great point. But I think it is what drives you.
Yeah.
And some people are driven by the what. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
What do you expect of me?
That's good.
Now you're preaching.
And some people are driven by the
Nice.
why.
Yes.
Why do I do what I do?
Yes.
If I'm only driven by the what, then Teen Challenge makes no sense to me. Right? We're taking rejects, outcasts, drug addicts, and we're trying to teach them and show them by example what living a life honoring the Lord looks like and what the benefit of that can be. Despite the fact that we have the highest success rate in the recovery industry,
Wow. Yeah, that is a big one.
we have a large turnover rate. So if I'm just looking at the what, we're putting all this monetary, physical, emotional investment in these people when 40% of them don't accept it, return to whatever they go, leave the program early. If I'm just looking at the what, it makes no sense. But if I get into the why, like, why are we doing it? Well, because if we know that Jesus left the 99 to find the one, we have much better odds than that, right? So for the 35 to 40% that might not make it, the 60 to 65 to 70% that do, we see families restored. We see, lives changed. We see people that had a 25-year of being a crackhead or a heroin junkie or whatever it is, finding purpose, not perks, but finding purpose, finding families, guys who never were a dad ever in their life, like becoming men of God and fathers that honored their family and put them forward. So
That's amazing.
For us, 100%, it's the purpose because we're driven by the why, not the what.
Well, and it's a big, in our house, my wife's a teacher. So, like, that is, like, half of the time we're going back and forth. I'm like, why don't you just quit your job? Like, what is it you're doing? Like,
Yes.
but she's not driven by the perks.
Yes.
Right.
For her, she loves what she does.
Yeah.
And that's truly teachers. I mean, because honestly, like, again, the nonprofit sector deals with the same situation that, but teachers primarily for all the stuff that they do, they don't get compensated whatsoever.
Correct.
I mean, they're getting compensated like that wallpaper mission statement we were previously talking about. It hasn't been updated in the last decade, not more than a decade, century. So I could see, like, again, it goes right back to what our values are and what you're willing to give up.
Yeah.
And again, I think if you're a believer and God is in your heart and that's what you strive to do, it's a challenge to go with the perks. I don't see how you do it.
Yeah.
Because
I
like
would
for
agree.
me, especially at my age, I started with all about the perks. Oh, I want the salary, I want this, I want that.
Yeah.
And as now I'm in my mid 40s, it's become more about my purpose. That's what drives me. It's more about how I'm impacting those around me versus what I'm trying to take from them.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's ultimately changed everything in my life. That's how I can sleep soundly at night. It's
Yes.
because of my why, not my perks.
Yes.
Yep.
Agreed.
Come on now.
Agreed.
Can I get an
Agreed.
amen?
All the agreements. Got it. That was
I
great.
agree.
So,
Mic drop. I don't have anything.
But
else to say.
to me, what's more
Between the
intriguing
two
is
of you.
what AI wants to know. Is it listening to us right now about this? Is
Interesting.
it trying to, but
Infiltrate. trying to
yeah,
figure out.
but that's why, like, because originally we were writing our questions and putting them in there. So as we had these conversations, we just throw them in there. But now AI just keeps throwing us on these little loopholes, and so it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good. That was a good question.
So,
That
yeah,
was a good one.
Yeah, so I think as far as what you guys are doing, I think it's amazing.
Yes.
I think we need to kind of have that servant heart, and
Yes.
I thank you for doing that, because I'm sure you have those days where you're like, what am I doing?
Oh man, all the time.
I think all of us have those
Yeah.
days.
I'd say
Yeah, that's true.
2 or 3
Yeah.
times a month, my wife sat down at the dinner table, and it's like, what are we doing? Like, are we
What are we
doing
doing?
anything?
Right.
Is
Are we-
this making a difference? And then we see the whys.
Yeah.
We see the guys that do get their family back and be fathers. We see the Bryces that come in, and I ain't gonna tell his story. You need to have him back so he can
I
tell
know.
his
I
own
want
story.
to.
Yeah.
He's
But
great. Yes.
felt no purpose and just going with the flow and just living off of talent alone, because he's an extremely talented
Very
individual.
talented, yes.
But you see him now in a position of just serving the guys and how he's invested in them and thinking of new things we can do and outside the box, and like, how do we, expand the ministry? What can we get involved in that we haven't done before? Not just because he wants personal success, but because he wants success for Teen Challenge, for the organization and the ministry as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, it's worth it. Yes, it's a lot of headaches and a lot of heartache,
yes.
But it's for sure
But it's
worth it.
It is.
All right, so final thoughts.
Well, I will say this, because you shared this amazing story and just putting Teen Challenge, I feel like this is really like touching my soul and my spirit.
Me too.
I'm like a little like, not to say lost for words, but I'm like, wow.
I wasn't prepared.
But
so,
I don't think even if you read and watched, you would have been prepared for this.
No.
Because long story short, what comes to me is like, what am I doing and what more could I be doing? Just in general, right? Because sometimes we get comfortable, we get complacent. We might think our problems are such big issues.
Oh, yeah.
And then just hearing what you're saying, I'm like, no, I'm blessed. I'm okay. Everything's okay. So my closing remark is, I love the fact that living on purpose led me to you, right? Led me to Bryce, led me to you, and hearing your story, and then now being able to share that with the masses. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Well, you're being awfully nice about our audience, like the masses. Like we're
it's masses.
I love it. She's projecting.
Always and forever.
No, but I honestly, when we put together Humanly Plausible, it kind of evolved, and one of the biggest things that we wanted to do was to really tell these stories. People that are making a difference, put attention out there to these folks. And I think, again, just listening to you today kind of brings it back for me. And the theme has been community that we've been kind of talking about today.
Yes.
And it's so important that we're looking out after each other. And so to hear what what you've gone through, what you're doing, I haven't gone through that, but just listening to that, that speaks a lot, man. We're not in that bad shape if we have people like that making a difference.
Yes.
And so we're gonna definitely have the information for Teen Challenge, and the golf tournament, and the golf tournament, which we're hopefully gonna play, God willingly.
Yeah, come on.
And man, thank you so much for. Any final thoughts?
Remarks?
No, I would just obviously there's been a lot of attention on Teen Challenge, and good. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come and the awareness, because it does require the support of the community. And here in Jacksonville, we are extremely fortunate to have an incredible community that really rallies behind us and supports us. But Teen Challenge has not saved or delivered anybody, right? It is simply a vehicle to which we take the broken, the forgotten, the sinners, and introduce them to the gospel and to Jesus. And Jesus is the one who saves, delivers, and transforms. Amen. We just have the incredible opportunity to be part of that process.
Right.
And, I would just say for anybody who needs to have a reason to find a little faith in humanity every now and then, or you don't believe in the modern day miracles or anything like that, I would challenge you to come hang out with me for a couple days, because I think it's going to restore your faith in a lot of things, because we've got the incredible opportunity to just see amazing things all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
The goodness of God and everything he can do.
I love it.
I got to go visit now.
Yes. Yeah, come on.
All right.
Yes.
We'll give you a tour anytime.
Well, thanks again, man. I appreciate the time.
Yeah, thank you guys
for you coming down here. It's a wrap.
It's a
Thank
wrap.
you guys.